Hey guys, Trunky Nugget here. So I just had one of the nuttiest Pokemon Showdown battles ever. And I wasn't planning on recording this, but once I finished this battle, like seeing how everything turned out, I realized this was way too hype of a match for this to go unnoticed, so I decided to save the replay of the match for later so I could sort of record it and record some commentary over it. So I can't really explain what makes this match so hype other than just showing it to you guys, so let's just jump right into it. So the way this match starts is I come up with a Comfey, and basically I'm thinking about doing some good damage with the Draining Kiss there, but he switches out to the Magearna, and then I decide to go for some troll strats where I just Calm Mind up. What I failed to realize is that Magearna would have Calm Mind as well, so now it's sort of a Calm Mind war. But my thought process here was that if we just kept Calm Minding to the point where we were both at 4 times special attack and special defense, I would have the edge because my Comfey has stored power, right? Which increases power based on your stat changes. So what my original plan here was to sort of do this sort of troll thing where we both make it up to 4 times special attack and special defense, but I would have the edge from that with the stored power and be able to do a crap ton of damage. But unfortunately, he decides to bail out here with the Calm Mind and use Flash Cannon, and that did a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest. So things get a bit more dangerous here, but I decided to go for the Calm Mind again because if I go for that, then there's no way that the Flash Cannon's going to kill me since it did 50%, but now my special defense is higher, so I'll be able to survive it. But he keeps deciding to go for the Calm Mind again. So I just decide, okay, how far can we go here? Now I'm at 8 HP, so I decide this is the point where I can't hold on any longer. I have to use my stored power. It's not as powerful as I would have liked it to be, but it's close enough. So I use it, and then it's way weaker than I thought it was going to be. Even with the resistance, I really thought that was going to do more damage, but I guess Magearna's more tanky than I realized. So that's the end of Comfey, and now there's a new problem. We have a Magearna with 3 times special attack and 2.5 times special defense. So right off the bat, this is a really bad start for the battle. I let my opponent basically start off with a Pokemon that could probably sweep my entire team. But so basically my entire efforts are now dedicated to taking down this menace. So I should have expected the Magearna to Dynamax here, but I decided not to with the Salamence because the thing's gonna one-shot me anyway, so it's kind of a waste. So I do some good damage with the Earthquake, but then I'm just taken out. And then he gets even more special attack. So this thing's basically just gonna one-shot anything on my team no matter what it is. So this is an important moment. I get the Sunlight Fire Blast because at this point I believe all the rest of my team was special based attackers, so I had nothing more physical to really throw at it that could do any damage, well, any decent damage. So I go for the Fire Blast. Unfortunately, it does nothing because of that special defense. Max Knuckle almost takes me out, but barely surviving. Really good, and I get the Fire Blast, but does not quite kill, is left at 2%. Now this thing is just terrifying, but the good thing is it's at 5% health now, so there are some ways to take it out. So I come up with the Hawlucha. Now earlier I said that I didn't really have any physical attackers. The thing was, I did have Hawlucha, but this Hawlucha is what I wanted to use to try to attempt a sweep because I knew I was going to be very down and out here because of this Magearna. I'm already 3 Pokemon down, right? If I lost Hawlucha, Hawlucha was pretty much the only chance I had because, you know, he's going to have that strong Max Knuckle, He has the unburdened strats to double his speed, and he's already really fast already. So basically, I had to send out that Ninetales there to be used as a sacrifice, as sort of a way to get Magearna low enough to max Knuckle, right? So that was my plan. So now Magearna's out of the picture, but things are still looking very bad because I've lost 3 Pokemon and he's only lost 1. So I do have a max Rockfall here from, I believe, yeah, Stone Edge, but I decided to go for another max Knuckle because I need to get as much stat boost as I can if I want to do this sweep properly. But the Dragon Ascent does so much damage even though I'm Dynamaxed. And then I go, okay, this thing has to die for sure. But then he switches out to Cramorant because he really wants that Rayquaza to live, which is a very good move on his part because it ends up being a horrible thorn in my side. Especially now you can see the Rayquaza has extreme speed, which is terrifying, right? Because if that potentially high rolled, which I'm not sure if this is a low roll or a high roll, but that could have potentially killed me there. So that sort of freaks me out a bit, and then I think I'm going to take him out, but of course the Stone Edge misses, and knowing that Hawlucha is really my only chance because he's a fast, very strong attacker, I decide, you know, I'm not just going to leave him here to die to another extreme speed. I have to switch him out. What is very lucky here is that I have Wobbuffet to trap Rayquaza in, and since I know Rayquaza is a physical attacker, I can go for the counter. But what I didn't realize was it had Sandstorm, of course, or Swords Dance, of course, but I can use that to my advantage and use Encore to force him to keep using Swords Dance and nothing else, hoping that was going to be able to give me the kill, but he decides to switch out. However, yes, knowing that he was locked in the Swords Dance, I decided to have that be my opportunity for me to pull off a Swords Dance. Now I'm ready for another potential sweep, right? So I go for the close combat. It's a one-shot, really like that. And then I get the White Herb stat, you know, stat not lower. I don't know what you would call that. Basically just to get my Unburden going so that so that basically nothing can outspeed me. But then I remember Rayquaza is still here. He's got the extreme speed. I'm getting out of here. So we got Lunala, which is really nice because he takes no damage there. And I go for the Moonblast. The problem is here, I had a decision to make, right? Obstagoon is Dark type. I know he's probably got knockoff to do major damage to me, quadruple damage, and he's got Guts from the burn bonus to double his attack. My only hope is to rely on Shadow Shield to save me and turn that 4 times damage into the 3 times damage. And lo and behold, that's what saves me. 9% health left, get off the Moonblast, Obstagoon is gone. 2 more Pokemon left. So Indeedee here is faster than me, I believe. Yes, faster than me. So Lunala's out of the picture, but I got Wobbuffet here. So I go for the Mirror Coat, but of course Indeedee has Calm Mind, and he knows how Wobbuffet works, so he's gonna try to get some cringe plays on me, right? So what he expects is for me to use Encore, because that's what I did last time. This is where the big brain plays on my end really come in. Because reading the fact that he would read me using Encore, I decided to go for the Mirror Coat. I get off a Citrus Berry there too. But I decided to go for the Mirror Coat instead of the Encore to take him out, right? So now all he has left is Rayquaza, and things are starting to look really good. Unfortunately, I had an issue here when Rayquaza comes out, right? Because I had to decide, you know, am I going to use counter or am I going to play on the safe side? Like, what am I going to do about this? Because if I use counter and he attacks me, then he's down. But if I use counter and he Swords Dances, then it may be over. So I realized that my safest bet may be to use Charm, because that way, if I use Charm and lower his attack stat, if he uses Swords Dance to raise his attack stat, then that basically negates the attack boost altogether. And then I can, that sort of shows him that, you know, the Swords Dances are going to be useless. So that could sort of put him in a situation where I force him to use an attack, and then I can know that he's going to attack me and use counter. So basically, I use Charm as sort of a safe play. And he goes for the Dragon Ascent though. But here's the situation I'm in now, right? Now that he has Charm off, if he uses Dragon Ascent on me again, I'll be able to survive, which means I can get a counter off. But here's the thing. Here's the brain play. If I go for Encore, then there are some things that could happen. If I go for Encore, he could use Dragon Ascent. And if he's locked into that, then Wobbuffet will end up dying as a result. But that means when I send out Hawlucha, he'll still be locked into the Dragon Ascent, which means he can't use Extreme Speed, which means Hawlucha will outspeed him and be able to kill him with the Stone Edge. However, if Rayquaza goes for Swords Dance and I Encore him, then he's locked into using a worthless move for, you know, 3 or 4 turns or whatever, and then I can switch to Hawlucha and just Stone Edge him while he's just Swords Dancing up over and over. The only problem with the strategy is if he uses Extreme Speed, but the probability of that happening is very low, I believe, because Extreme Speed would be doing very little damage to Wobbuffet, and I think that's not what he wants to go for here. I think he just wants to take out Wobbuffet as fast as he can to ensure that he doesn't take any counter damage, right? So I go for the Encore, and it ends up being a Swords Dance because of my Charm. This is perfect. This is amazing. Now he's got 1 Pokemon left. He can't switch. He has to use Swords Dance. So Hawlucha comes in. This is the beauty of Pokemon, guys. This is the beauty of Pokemon. He's on his last Pokemon. All he can use is Swords Dance over and over, so he can't attack me. He can't take me out with the Extreme Speed. All he can do is watch as my Hawlucha gets the Stone Edge on him and takes him out. And that is the end of one of the craziest battles I have ever been a part of in Pokemon Showdown. It all banked on Hawlucha. This 2.3% HP Hawlucha. It all banked on him surviving till the end to secure that kill. Now, I don't have an official count, but I believe Hawlucha ended up killing over half of his team. Maybe 4 out of 6, I believe? 5 out of 6? I don't know. You guys can count that. But this Hawlucha really carried me. I made a really stupid mistake at the end. But I'm proud, or I'm glad that I did, because it ended up giving me such a hype match. I got some crazy reads with the Wobbuffet. Altogether, guys, this was such a good random battle. I felt like I had to share it with you guys. I hope you guys like that, and if you are interested in all this Pokemon content, I'll be sure to start saving more of my replays, or maybe even do like sort of a live session where I'm playing through, where I'm recording myself playing through actual matches. I've done that before, but let me know what you guys think. This is a really hype match, and I'm excited to play more. This has been Truggy Nugget. See you later.